Okay, we're pretty excited today. We're in Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to have a little bit of a production meeting here, but we want to talk a little bit about accountability. We've got Alan Hilly and Pat Birch with us. And Alan and Pat, can I ask you one or two questions?
Certainly. Sure.
Okay, got to get our sound right on here. So, Pat, accountability, you've gone through the book, and we've had 100 or so sessions and emails that have gone out about it. Do you think that it helps what you do every day in your work?
Yes, I think that if I hold myself accountable, what it does for me, it gives me specific time intervals that I have to hold myself to accomplish what I said I was going to do. So as an example, at the beginning of the year, I said I'm going to travel to every other week for the first 6 months. And I am on track through the, going into the 5th month. And that's happened. It's been a lot of work, but I always remember that. I said I'm going to do it. And I'm on the phone, and I have a system now because of when I had the big goal, and I actually systematically developed a plan to carry that on. So,
you know what sounds kind of neat about that is you're using accountability with yourself. So I think if I'm hearing you right, you're looking at what you've promised for Ultra, but then you're really drilling into it yourself and setting goals and then meeting those goals and checking in kind of on yourself.
Absolutely. And when I get lazy, and you do get lazy, and I say, well, maybe I can do it the 3rd week, you just have to check yourself right away and say, that's not what I promised. And so, for example, St. Louis is a good thing. I'm having trouble with St. Louis getting appointments at the new turf. So I'm going to have to really drill down next week and make it happen.
So Alan, I think that Pat just said that he gets lazy every now and then. Do you think that's true?
No way, this guy, the least lazy guy I know.
Okay, so when you think about accountability and how it affects your work, do you think that it has an impact?
Absolutely, it makes you think about every move that you make and your next move and your next move after that. Make sure that you're staying on track. And the fact that we talk about it all the time, you just know that you always have to hold yourself accountable for what you're doing daily.
So can you think of an example when accountability and maybe draw on what we've gone over through looking at the book and sending out our little information pages? Is there something that comes to mind as a specific example where you said, I'm glad that these principles were laid out there because I can use it right now?
Yes, so I have a ACE document that I'm putting together that we'll be sending to them. And it's been sitting on my desk, and I'm just staring at it, and I'm thinking to myself, I actually did not pin a date and time on that to when I was going to get it back to you. And that's a perfect example of how things slide through the cracks and don't get done. So I need to set a date and time so I can finish that document. And that's an example of what's not happening, but I'm thinking about it every day of how accountability is coming into play.
And you've identified a need there that you're going to resolve.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Pat and Alan. That's been a great couple of examples and presentation on accountability.
You bet.